Kevin Love? HOF or no?
Is David Lee a Hall of Famer? You guys even know who that is?
I know who David Lee is. I'm going to be honest. I would have never thought anyone would ever ask that question. So I was quite stupefied. But if you're going to make the comparison of Kevin Love to David Lee, I suggest you pivot.
GMLB family, welcome back to another episode of Good Morning Let's Basketball. I am your host, Mike Miles. On my right, that is Big Macedonia and GMLB's Chief of Security from the Island of Relevancy, Main Event Kev. Kevin, what is going on?
Got a lot of bumps to talk about today. It's going to get sticky.
It's going to get sticky. That is true. Below me, that is the self-proclaimed podcast equilibrium and viral Dunkin' barista, Daniel. Welcome back.
How we doing, y'all? Just if life's ever getting hard, just know that we've had 2 years to figure out camera angles, and we still have technical difficulties every time we boot up. So keep pushing.
My question for you is, who's we? Because it seems like it's always you. But anyway, I'll leave that there. To my right, words from the CEO. This is the founder and the brains of the entire operation. That is Slick Vic. It's been a while since I've hit you with Slick Vic. Victor.
It might be the first time, but we're a month away from the NBA season opener, and it's going to be a good season this year, fellas.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. The game I love is back. Here's a question. So, we could let the comments decide, or we can decide right now. Let's take it right from the top. So, a couple episodes ago, as Daniel adjusts his camera, proving my point that I made about 2 minutes ago, we made a bingo card. If you haven't seen the episode, go ahead and go check out the episode. We made a bingo card for the upcoming season where we were going to try to, by the end of the season, have a bingo on the bingo card. We have a few slots, so here's the update. The first one, Ben Simmons will remain a free agent / not get signed. That one is looking promising, fellas. That one is looking promising. The next one that might hit, the Clippers will completely miss the playoffs with the current drama that's going on over in Los Angeles. We don't know what a suspension looks like. Kawhi Leonard, we don't know if anyone else is involved, what the investigation will hold. If you want to see more, we talked about that last episode. But that one is looking good because that could derail an entire season and they could miss the playoffs, especially if Kawhi gets a significant suspension. I have no idea what the repercussions will be for that. But, Victor, why don't you fill us in on the third lead that we've gathered from our bingo card, and the NBA season hasn't even started yet. What is it?
So it got announced today that in 2027, the NBA is going to expand to Europe, with teams being likely in London and Manchester.
Yeah. NBA announces expansion. That is a slot on the bingo card. So we are now monitoring 3 different bingo slots, and the season hasn't even started yet. But GMLB family, as always, this might be a quick episode. I don't know where this episode's going to take us, but we have 2 topics on the docket. First, we're going to talk about Hall of Fame, and we're going to debate some players and debate whether or not they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Pretty straightforward there. Not much to say. After that, we each brought some hot takes. You know, when the NBA season gets a little arid, we're always good with hot takes. So each of us found hot takes online, brought them to the pod. We don't know what each other's hot takes are, so we're going to do some live reactions as well as kind of debate and see if there's any truth to any of them. So I guess we'll do this. GMLB family, welcome to GMLB's The Hall Call. Kevin's brought 3 players to discuss whether or not they deserve to go into the Hall of Fame based exclusively on their NBA careers. So we're going to make it a little different here because we know the Hall of Fame is a little easy to get in if you're a basketball head. So we're going to exclude Team USA, exclude high school, exclude college achievements. We're going exclusively off NBA careers today. So a little bit different of an angle. But Kevin, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Bet. We're only talking about the show, fellas, like Miles said. So the first player we're going to discuss, whether they are HOF worthy or not. I wore my high school number because of this guy. Not really. It was just the biggest size they had. We're going to talk about Kevin Love first. Kevin Love. I'm going to let you get the last laughter out. But I'm going to read some of his highlights here as to why it is a debate. 5-time All-Star. 2-time All-NBA, 1-time champion, 1-time rebound champion, 2011 most improved, 15,000 points, well over that, over 9,000 rebounds, and the last 2 are college and Olympic stuff, so we're not going to count that stuff. But Kevin Love, HOF or no?
Is David Lee a Hall of Famer? You guys even know who that is?
Yeah, I know who David Lee is. I'm going to be honest. I would have never thought anyone would ever ask that question. So I was quite stupefied. But if you're going to make the comparison of Kevin Love to David Lee, I suggest you pivot.
Yeah.
But how so? How so?
Kevin Love is way better than David Lee, dude. Stop it.
Well, I just look at their careers. They were each great players on not great teams for a majority of their careers. They each were great rebounders. They each were all-stars. I don't think there's that much of a difference besides the LeBron era.
I don't think you can compare David Lee to Kevin Love.
Kevin Love was the best player on his team for many years.
So was David
I'm
Lee.
not quite sure.
Dude, he came into the league and he was really good right out the jump. And he even had a season where he averaged 26 points per game. He placed 6th in MVP voting that year. And honestly, dude, his freaking full court passing could be a Hall of Fame worthy career. Just looking up those highlights, nobody was better than him at that full court pass.
It's crazy because he was doing it with chest passes. You just run out of bounds and a chest pass and it was.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to hate on Kevin Love, but if I'm throwing it to LeBron, I'm sure I could make a pass like that too. You know, the guy's going to go up and get it.
It didn't even start there, though. It started in Minnesota.
I think you'd get it to half court max.
You're probably right about that. It is 94 feet of passing.
But yeah, it seems like we're conflicted here.
But I don't know if you mentioned it, Kevin, but he was also an NBA rebounding leader in 2011. He averaged 15.2 points per game. It's one of the highest in modern history.
You mean rebounds?
Rebounds. What did I say?
Got you. You said points, but I knew what you meant.
And then he was a member of the 50-40-90 club in 2012. His career averages are 16.6 points per game, 9.4 rebounds per game, and 2.3 assists per game. I definitely think he has a really strong case of being in the Hall of Fame.
Okay. Reread those career stats to me real quick.
16.6 points per game, 9.4 rebounds per game, 2.3 assists per game.
Okay, so David Lee's career stats are 14 points per game, 8.8 rebounds, and 2.2 assists.
It's worse.
Barely. I just want to point that out. Barely.
It's worse.
By like less than 2 points.
Kevin Love did it longer. Did he?
2005 to 2017. That's what, 12 years?
12 years, yeah.
12 years. I think Kevin Love's been in the league longer than that, right? He got drafted.
He's been in the league 17.
17. Okay,
fair. I was going to say, I remember in the Zach and Cody episode, and that was way longer than 12 years ago.
No, that's fair. That's a good point. Because his stats are probably getting brought down by his role on the Heat and stuff like that.
Do you know how long ago that was? Darren Williams was on the Jazz, and Disney Channel asked him to come on with Dwight Howard, who was in his prime at the time. That's how long ago that was.
Yeah, that was a minute
That's
ago.
crazy. Also, I think this is kind of fun to say, but like taking his career totals in points and rebounds, he almost has a double-double. He's about 500 rebounds away. I don't think he'll ever get that, considering the point in his life that he's in. But kind of cool.
Yeah.
You picked a hard one. I think I'm glad I waited until the end because the longevity thing does change a little bit for me. But looking at like his only his accolades, in the words of Kendrick Lamar, it kind of seemed like it wasn't enough compared to some of the other people that they let in. But honestly, for 17 years in the league and still like a pretty valuable player, let's call him. But yeah, it's a stretch. But here's the other thing. That 2016 finals team coming back from a 3-1 deficit, I feel like that's kind of what will get him in there. I feel like a lot of people will give him that ticket into the Hall of Fame because of that.
I will say I like to think of the clip in Game 7 where Curry was trying to hit a clutch three, and Kevin Love was chicken-footing around, dancing him. He held him.
Bro sat in a
He held him.
chair.
Stood his ground. I was like, wow. He stayed in front of him. Stayed in front of Prime Curry like that. Unanimous MVP 73 and 9 Steph Curry.
It is weird though because they do try to throw that in the same tier as like the Kyrie step back and the LeBron block. It's not in the same tier, but it is a great play. Unless you think it's in the same tier. I don't think it is though.
Again, never heard someone say in the same tier. You're filling me in today in a lot of things, David Lee. That play. Again, that's just something I would have never thought about. You think of that series, you think of the block.
Yeah.
And a handful of other things.
I always see it's like game or whatever game that was. It's like series best moments or like top 3 finals moments. And it's like Kyrie step back, LeBron block, and then they're like Kevin Love stop. And I was like, that one's not the same. It's an incredible play, but that's just not the same.
Great play.
I feel like I'm hating on Kevin Love. I'm not trying to. I just ironically all of my takes have been against Kevin Love. Having a season with 26 points though, looking at his like 26 and 13 for a whole season is crazy. That's the year before he went to Cleveland. I didn't realize the extreme like the
He was
magnitude.
still like that.
Yeah, the magnitude of that trade. Like coming off a season like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. I remember during that time, there was like rumors that he was going to get traded to the Celtics too. I thought for sure he was going there. And then LeBron returned, and then he went there. And I was like, yeah, this team is going to be pretty damn good.
Yeah. Also, I mean, a spearhead in the three-point big revolution as well. One of the first consistent three-point shooters as a big. He's only 6'8". I didn't realize that. I would have probably given him 6'10" if you asked. But still, the way he played, I mean, the guy's a big. I don't think there's any argument. The guy's a big. But yeah, what's the verdict, fellas? I'm kind of split, truthfully. I mean, this is probably the easiest one we have on the list for me because I have my answer, but I am still a little split.
I felt like this
Were
was.
we doing consensus or everyone?
I mean, we could just we don't have to like come to a consensus. You know what? Actually, let's come to a consensus. I like when we do that.
I'm gonna be honest. On the list, I thought he was the easiest yes.
I think it's going to be a yes from me too. Get him in there.
I agree.
This is like Dancing with the Stars. I don't know if y'all know, but if you know, you know. For me,
tonight.
yeah, it's a it's a yes. It's a yes for me. Kevin Love, yeah, he'll make the Hall of Fame. Longevity pretty much sells this one for me. Incredible career. Only one chip. But yeah, straight up menace. Let's move on. Yeah, yes.
Wait. Can I say something really quick?
Go ahead.
According to Basketball Reference, supposedly he has a 73% chance of making the Basketball Hall of Fame.
I hope you didn't look that up for the next two guys. That'll ruin the. That'll
That
ruin your
smile said
takes.
yes.
You know he looked it up for the next two guys.
All right, player number 2. There's some comparisons here, but it can get a little tricky. We have the high flyer, heart of Lob City. Give us Blake Griffin. Some key things to note here: 6-time All-Star, 1 more than Kevin Love. 5-time All-NBA, 3 more than Kevin Love. Rookie of the Year in 2011, 14,500 points on the dot, 6,000 rebounds, 3,000 assists, and the last thing is a college award that does not matter. Blake Griffin, Hall of Fame, yay or nay?
Man, we should have started with this so that we didn't set a precedent. That would have.
Hey, that was a past convo. That means nothing right now. Even though I did make comparisons with All-Star and All-NBA, but shut up.
You know, it's weird
That-
because using the precedent of Dwight Howard, a guy who had all of his achievements right at pretty much the beginning of his career,
Yeah, it's a good point.
that's what I'm
I
kind of
didn't
sitting
know-
on.
I didn't know he had that many All-NBAs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
That-
pretty crazy.
That pre-3-point era was crazy.
Yeah, because like towards the end of his career at the Clippers, I was like, he's done so. But then he got to Detroit and he started hitting threes and stuff.
Dude, he
I was
a
like,
menace.
wow.
He was a
He
menace.
played that organization. Because his last few years in LA, he was barely touching the net when he was jumping.
Yeah.
And then he came back and he's popping threes, ISO scoring. I was like, who is this?
Wasn't there like a stat that like he hadn't dunked in like a really long time or something? Was that him?
I remember John Morant, I think, might have had that.
Or maybe it was D Rose.
No, this is definitely it's Blake Griffin. I think it was when he was on the Nets though. It's like Blake Griffin hasn't dunked in X amount of days, and it was like 4 seasons worth of like not dunking for a guy who was like obviously like Kevin said the heart of Lob City. I couldn't believe it. Let me see if I could find that while you guys debate this a little bit.
Dude, he was one of my favorite players to watch as a kid. Super,
Yeah.
super entertaining. Just that whole team in general, man. I kind of, back then, I didn't know or ever think about, like, how long can this guy be good for the way I think about it now. But I thought he was going to be good for a really long time. When Brooklyn got him in LA, I was like, man, had this team been a thing 10 years ago, KD, Kyrie, LA, and then Blake Griffin, menace. That'd been a scary team.
Yeah,
I do
I
like
just
Blake Griffin.
I found the stat. So, December 2019, he started his hiatus. His first dunk came in March 2021. So it was like a 2-year dunk hiatus for Blake Griffin, and everyone was keeping a
That was-
tally of it. But it was his
That was on
his
Brooklyn, I imagine.
his debut Brooklyn game. Like that, it was like a whole narrative. He like closed the book on it because I think he caught a lob or something.
And then he never dunked again.
I don't think he did. Well, he dunked on Giannis. Don't forget that. He did do that.
Dunked on Giannis. He postered Pau Gasol twice in the same game.
No, but I'm saying like when he dunked on Giannis, he was an old head though. Like that was
Yeah.
that took some supreme effort, I assume.
Yeah. That probably took a lot of energy.
Plus, Giannis gets yammed on a lot, I feel like.
But by Blake Griffin, I mean, come on, come on.
But go ahead, Daniel. You were saying something.
No, nothing. I was just gonna talk about the like Rookie of the Year award because to me, if you win that or if you win MVP, I feel like you have just a really good shot at being in the Hall of Fame.
Did you just compare
Mainly
Rookie of the Year to MVP?
So that was gonna be where I
Michael
was gonna
Carter
go
Williams.
next.
No,
That's-
I'll hear
that's
you
where I
out.
was
I'll
gonna
hear
go.
you out. I'll hear you out. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that like no, the two aren't comparable, but in Blake Griffin's case, I think it's relevant because it's like he came in as the best rookie and then proceeded to be one of the like NBA's favorites or like fan favorites. I mean, and just from like love of the game, like I don't know, that Lob City team was really cool. I didn't personally get to watch them live because I wasn't watching, but I'm sure you guys enjoyed it, as did a bunch of, Clips fans. So, to me, this one, I think I would put him in there.
Something other to note too is that his rookie season was pretty dang dominant. He was the unanimous winner of the award, and he was an all-star in his rookie year too.
I was just about to bring that up.
That's quite impressive. Only 3 players have done that in the last 25 years. The other 2 are Yao Ming and Tim Duncan, who are already there.
Grant Hill's 1 year off. 1 year off of that.
Yeah, it's true. Like I said, both those guys are still in there, but they had completely different careers
True.
than Blake Griffin did. I think Yao Ming was an all-star every single year he was in the league. Granted, it was only like 8 to 10 years. But that's pretty cool.
Was it even that much?
I think it was 8. Maybe?
8-time All-Star, 8 years experience. Yeah, he was.
Has LeBron done the same thing?
LeBron was not an All-Star his rookie year.
Yeah, he was not.
Damn.
Yeah, that's surprising. But probably because everyone hated him. Even his teammates hated him. Bro couldn't win. So is Blake Griffin an All-Star? Or not an All-Star, excuse me, a Hall of Famer. Very different accolades there. No chip. No chips.
That does suck for him.
Dwight and Melo, Dwight has one, but Melo made it. But he's not Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
Yao Ming doesn't have one.
See, this was a really
he's Chinese. He was like, came from China. Like, it was a big thing for the NBA, like that also. I mean, he brought an entire country with him. I think he was an icon. Like, how can you not put that guy in the Hall of Fame? Come on.
This was a really tough one for me just because growing up, this was one of the first players that I, started watching. What got me into basketball, the Lob City Clippers were hell of a team to watch. But I just feel like the fall off after the Clippers, and then, he got it back that one season with Detroit. But I don't think it's enough to put him in the Hall of Fame. I don't think his resume is there for him for me to put him in the Hall of Fame. I feel like there's a lot more guys that are more worthy of it.
What do you think is missing from his resume besides a championship? Because I think that's for sure what's missing.
A championship is up there. Also, like longevity, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough. And plus, he didn't win like any major award. I don't know if we're counting Rookie of the Year major award or not. We've debated this on the podcast before. But it's so hard. Especially when you look at other guys, even like current guys like right now, like expecting like Tatum to make the Hall of Fame or Jaylen Brown, guys like that, whoever. You could say whoever. Like these guys have just done it longer. They've already accomplished more. That's kind of like my comparison that I'm making. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how much I'm feeling this one.
Daniel, so you guys are both no. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm no.
Conflicted.
Daniel, what's your take?
Well, I said, like, kind of just for the fact that he, like, the fan base and he's just a fan favorite. But aside from that, I mean, I think maybe, I was going to say maybe we can look at the eras, right, when he was coming in. The first 5 years of his time with, or as, like, a new player in the NBA was against Heat, Mavericks, Golden State, Cleveland. There's a lot of really like great teams in there, and I think I don't want to make the argument that like Blake Griffin kind of can just get washed in all of that, but when we compare him to like modern day players, like for example Tatum, Jaylen Brown, I don't know. It's tough. Now I'm kind of using my own logic. I've now swung myself a little bit further to no.
That's fair. I mean, it's fair. Yeah, the fall off was drastic. Like, drastic.
Happened so quick.
Can
Yeah.
we put Celtics Blake Griffin in the same tier as Celtics Shaq? You think? I feel like it could. It could maybe like be in the conversation with Celtics Shaq, potentially. I mean,
feel
look
like
at
you
how
could.
look at him, bro. Look at how weird he looks. he
does
looks
look very
scary. um,
Hey,
he
but what
dated
happens
Kylie-
if he wins?
he dated Kylie Jenner, right? Didn't he do that? Did he
It
date a
was one of
Kardashian?
them. Yeah, he did.
I think it was Kendall.
Hall of Fame. He's Hall of Fame. Gotta be.
For the simple fact that the Kardashian curse got him, not Hall of Fame.
It did also get Chris Humphries. Let's not forget that.
Chris Humphries
But-
never had anything to begin with.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It,
saying.
it
It's
took
like,
his
how valuable is
career.
this?
Didn't even take
Got
his
Ben Simmons
stats.
too.
Booker's doing good.
Jordan Clarkson.
It got Lamar Odom.
Oh yeah, that's
It got
true.
him.
Tristan Thompson.
It got Lamar Odom damn good. But yeah, I guess like my final thing I have to say here, doing my best Simon Cowell impression. It's a no from me.
Yeah. All right. Well, looks like Blake Griffin is not making the Hall of Fame on GMLB's list. This is going to be a great graphic to post from this episode. When we have Hall of Fame with checks or X's, and they see an X over Blake Griffin, that one's going to be incredible. All right, Kevin, who's our next player?
Our third and final player, a guy that is still currently playing as well. We have the holidays of Jrue. To highlight some of his accomplishments here, we have
the Jrue of holidays.
nope, the holidays of Jrue. So we have some accomplishments. 2-time NBA champion, 2021 and 2024. 2 NBA All-Star selections in 2013 and 2023. 6 NBA All-Defensive Team selections. And the rest is Olympic gold medal stuff that we are not going to count. But he does have 3 NBA Teammate of the Year awards. So if he's not getting in the Hall of Fame, we can say he was a good guy.
Hey, what's that one award Jack Black gives out every year? Because he won that too.
Man, I'm just living under a rock.
Hold on.
Jack
Jack Black
I
gives
don't even-
awards to NBA players every year.
I don't even
The
know
dude in the
this
Minecraft
one.
movie? Nacho Libre?
The dude from School of Rock.
Panda?
Kung Fu Panda too. Wow, Jack Black's been in so many things.
He gave him the Tenacious D award.
Like on
You
his
guys-
Only for
Instagram.
NBA players then?
Look it up. You guys gotta see what the trophy looks like.
Is it PG?
No.
Yeah, I'm not looking that one up, fella. Oh,
Victor got Centelled again.
No, it's real, dude. I remember this.
Dude, when he texted us about the expansion, I didn't see anything right away. I almost texted him like, bro, you gotta stay
I
off
thought
Twitter,
the-
man. Because I didn't see and then I went on Twitter, I was like, oh no, it's real.
okay. How much emphasis do we put on defense at GMLB? Who are like comparable NBA players in the Hall of Fame right now? And don't say like Michael Jordan. Like, yeah, he was an insane defender, but like, I mean, he had everything else. Who's like a guy who just played defense? Or is like known
Gary-
most for it?
Is Tony
GP?
Allen?
Tony, his number is retired by Memphis. I know that, but I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame. Gary Payton is a good one.
But Holiday could play offense a lot better than GP could.
True.
What did Michael Jordan say? I never had a problem with the glove. It's my favorite thing he's ever said.
I'm trying to think how much does era affect that though? Because Gary Payton wasn't like a bad offensive player, but like obviously he's not like Jrue Holiday.
Right. And Holiday has rings.
That's true. That was what
2 of them.
That's
That
what
he
I
was
was
a
going to.
big
Yeah.
contributing factor to both of those rings. You take him off either of those teams, maybe not the Celtics. it's going to be a lot harder.
Nah,
for
you
both those
probably
teams if he was on
do.
those teams.
You probably do lose without Jrue Holiday on that team.
They just dominated the Mavericks so well. It's like I think a lot of guys could have been missing. But
I mean,
for the sake
Porzingis
of,
was for most of
but
it.
they didn't have him the whole
Yeah.
season to begin with.
Yeah.
But when he played, damn it, was he good. But yeah, dude, honestly, like he has such like an all-around good resume. Not counting the Teammate of the Year awards. Even that.
Did you
None
count
of those
his,
guys had it.
Did you count his 6-time All Defensive?
Yup.
I think, like, I don't know, just us being sort of quick at saying Blake Griffin's not in the Hall of Fame. I feel like this should be an easy answer and just say like, yes, he does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Like Jrue Holiday does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, just because it's kind of hard to argue with 2 championships, 6 All Defensive, and like Kevin said, he's a good guy.
Also, to add on top of what you just said, I don't know how I missed this. 2021 Sportsmanship Award. He does have that too.
So he's a really good guy.
Like, yeah, your
very
team's
good
lucky
guy.
to have him. Your team's lucky to have him.
3 NBA and teammate.
I'm like looking at Hall of Fame defensive players. There's not a lot of guards, dude. There's like
Well, we
There's
could
really
say-
not.
Could we kind of say like, okay, guards, yeah, no, but like Draymond Green, like as a parallel.
yeah, but like you know,
He's got 4 chips.
like you could like it's like Hakeem Olajuwon, right? It's like yeah, the guy's an insane defender, but he's also a center. So like, you know, how many guards have won Defensive Player of the Year outside of like Marcus Smart in recent memory? You know, it's like for a guard, it's a lot different of a story.
I just think of like
It really
the
is.
role that that Holiday plays on the teams that he plays for.
Did he win Rookie of the Year? Does he have
No.
that?
No, he doesn't have a Rookie of the Year. But like this guy's been doing it for a while. His first All-Star selection, excuse me, was in 2013. The next one came a decade later.
Yeah.
That
remember
doesn't
that.
happen. Like if a player gets like if a player gets 2 All-Stars, usually they're like close to each other. No, this was 10 years later and he got an All-Star again finally.
No, is that?
Back
I
in
think
the
that's
Philly days.
that's a testament to like how he's reinvented his career too. You know?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's been doing it for a while.
How many
I
of
mean-
those seasons were wasted in Philly though?
I mean, he got an All-Star in Philly.
Got an All-Star in Philly. I think a couple all defensive teams. 3 being first team, the other 3 being second team, which there only is 2 teams, but
Now see, this is a case where looking exclusively at his NBA career is like a whole different story. Because if we looked outside the scope, I think it's an easy decision. But exclusively at the NBA side, there's definitely a case for both sides. I completely forgot he's on the Trailblazers too right now. I like looked up his name and I saw Portland Trailblazers. Speaking of guys who might fall off pretty soon, I completely forgot about the New Orleans stint too. He was
Yep.
there for a minute. Dang. Huh. Okay. Well, who have
would
the
say-
most? Who are like players with the most? What's his like? These defensive accolades relevant to other players, right? Let's look up NBA players. Go ahead.
Because I was curious about the Tony Allen. He has 6 All Defensive as well, but he's not in the Hall of Fame.
don't think he has any chips though.
Yeah, he has one in 2008 with the Celtics.
Oh yeah, he was on that Celtics team. Dang.
I completely forgot he was on that Celtics. Is that the year he went up for that dunk after the whistle and tore his ACL? You guys, have you seen that clip? Or is this another deep cut that no one's going to get? Okay, never mind. That's embarrassing. I'm looking for guys, for like guards, who are relevant to Jrue Holiday. So Jrue Holiday has the 27th most defensive team selections. Around him with 6 as well LeBron, Mikhail Mutombo, Alvin Robertson. Don't know who that is. Jerry Sloan, Ben Wallace only had 6. Dave DeBusschere. So Ben Wallace also only had 6, and that guy is like an icon for defense. Huh. So that kind of switches it up here.
So, like, defense, yes. I think that's enough. But was he, like, a good enough offensive player for them to be like, yeah, we can get him in the Hall of Fame? Because, like, Ben Wallace, his thing was defense, and he was a big. So I feel like that's kind of hard to compare. I feel like we kind of hit it on the head with comparing it to other guards that were kind of have, like, similar defensive selections.
You know, I'm not actually sure if 6 is enough, though, looking at this list. Because there's Tim Duncan leads with 15. Then there's like 12. There's a couple 12s, a couple 11s, a 10, a bunch of 9s, a bunch of 8s, a couple 7s. Like,
How many of them are guards, though?
let's see. I'll count. So, are we counting just point guards for Jrue, or are we counting shooting guards as well?
Yeah, just guards in general.
Okay, so Kobe has 12. Bobby Jones has 11, which I don't think we're going to count that. Dennis Johnson has 9. Jason Kidd has 9. Chris Paul has 9. Gary Payton 9. Havlicek 8. Walt Frazier 7. That's it. Those are the guards.
I'd say all those other guys.
Oh, Michael Jordan 9. Sorry.
You could like argue had like better careers and were better offensive players. I'd say the one he's closest to is probably Gary Payton. But even then, he has more chips than him.
That's true. I guess Gary Payton is like our poster child for like what the comparison would be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up Gary Payton's accolades real quick and see if anything stands out. Because I know they had a cut. Like they went to the finals. They obviously didn't win. Did they ever win a finals? I don't think they did, right? Or did they get one?
Nope.
They didn't win one.
Nope.
I know they
Never.
lost a couple times. Okay. So he has no chips.
Tried to get one in LA, didn't work.
I forgot about that. No, he has one with the Heat, doesn't he? He has one with Miami.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
here's what I have in front of me: NBA champion, NBA Defensive Player of the Year, the first point guard to ever win it, 9-time NBA All Star, 9-time All Defensive, 2-time All NBA,
But that-
5-time All NBA.
That Miami ring though, like, was at the very end of his career.
Kind of like the Celtics one, no?
The very, very end. For who?
For Jrue.
Like, he's not near the end of his career.
But
He's only got a couple years left, I would think.
I
Yeah,
feel
but
like
this
he-
was
already
Gary
did
Payton's
that.
like second to last season.
he played the crucial role on both the Milwaukee Bucks and Boston Celtics, though, with helping them win the title and playing really good defense and stuff.
And Gary
I-
Payton was averaging 7, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I'm just
I-
thinking like 9-time All-Star for Payton. I think Payton's resume is a lot better. Defensive Player of the Year. That's a big one. First guard.
See,
That definitely helps out his case a lot.
my thing is, I feel like he has a Hall of Fame career potentially once we see like what happens in the next couple of seasons, because he's only 35 years old. I don't know if I would put him in yet. That's what I was trying to get at.
You guys are
Just
pretty high
because-
on the Blazers.
I'm not saying he's gonna win there. But maybe he'll get traded. But yeah, I feel like he needs a little bit more for me to put him in.
Yeah, I'm going no on this one. If he gets one more chip, I think he's in.
Yeah, I was going to say I'll probably piggyback off you guys here. Slightly early to tell. If he somehow gets traded somewhere and wins a third ring,
Yeah.
I think I could get him in.
I just want to say this. I personally think he honestly should, just with what he has now, but he would have to like retire almost immediately. And then I think that would, because I feel like if he plays for longer and has a Shaq Celtics-esque type of few years, then it'll do more damage than good for his legacy. Because right now, I mean, it's not a bad rap. Teammates, I mean, I know that the teammate thing doesn't matter as much, but that's kind of the only thing I can stand on right now. I think when he's remembered as a player, a lot of people will have respect and they will give him his flowers for helping that Celtics team and for winning 2 championships.
Yeah. I wonder, that is something we should talk about eventually, is if a player's longevity, like if they fizzle out and have 5 seasons of essentially doing nothing, does that hurt their Hall of Fame case? I wonder. I don't think it does. I think it does a little bit, but not
It
enough
depends
to
on-
like, yeah.
I feel like that could depend on how bad they fall off too.
Because it's also like we just did Kevin Love and Blake Griffin, who each have fizzled out severely for like 5 seasons before they retire. Kevin Love with the Heat now, but we didn't really address it for Kevin Love, but addressed it for Blake Griffin. So we kind of went case by case on that, just for the
but
record.
Yeah, but he was. I feel like being in the league longer and playing 17 years says a lot.
True. Yeah, that's a good point.
17 seasons is a lot of ball to play.
Yeah.
He's going on 18.
All right.
Do you guys know what team he's on right now? Do a
Did he
quick
get
who he
moved?
play for.
Ooh, I didn't even know he got moved.
He's back on the Cavaliers, isn't he? No, I'm just kidding. Let me think.
East or West?
West.
Oh, I was about to get
Yeah,
Philly.
Golden State,
No.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Sacramento.
Yeah, that's my guess too.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay. How did it just slip under my nose that Kevin Love got... Did he sign or did he get traded?
He got traded. It was man, I had it, but it's all gone now.
Wait, you don't even know?
No, I know what team he's on, but I don't
Okay.
remember what trade it was for.
It's not Utah.
Tell us that.
He's on the Clippers.
Wait, what'd you say, Daniel?
I said it's not Utah, is it?
He's on the Utah Jazz.
Oh,
They sent him
yeah.
there to.
Oh.
They sent,
Raps.
Yeah, it's
He's in
Raps,
the-
fellas.
He's in the shadow realm.
Year 18 might be the farewell tour.
Because
Probably.
Bring something relevant to that franchise.
he was part of the 3-team trade that with the Norman Powell trade.
Wow. Incredible. GMLB basket of flowers for Kevin Love. He'll get his moment of silence, I'm sure, at the start of
We're sent-
season 6 or season 5. All right. GMLB family, we're going to move on to discussing horrible hot takes that we found online. Each one of us has brought a hot take we found online via Reddit, Twitter, and other various sources to bring to you today, for not only you to react to, but also for the rest of the panel to react to. We have not told each other what these hot takes are. So, fellas, who's going first?
Okay, I'll step in. I'll go first, I guess.
Hit me.
Mine comes from a Reddit thread called "Tell Me Some NBA Hot Takes. I Want to Go Insane." This one says Zach LaVine is the biggest empty stats player in the league, and you should be afraid of your you should be afraid of your favorite team trading for him. Dude is literally Kelly Oubre with a better dunk rating.
That's pretty funny.
That's straight at the end.
I don't know, man. I think, call me crazy, I think LaMelo Ball might be a little bit more of an empty stats player. Considering like his team does not win at all. Not that Zach LaVine is a bona fide winner, but like he's been to the playoffs and like can play a little bit better team ball than he can. Yeah, I don't know if I'd say he's the biggest empty stats player in the league.
To call him Kelly Oubre, it's just, I keep reading. It's so funny.
That is pretty funny. Kelly Oubre with a better dunk package. I wouldn't say that. He's a way better shooter and isolation scorer than Kelly Oubre. That's definitely just a Zach LaVine hater.
I should also
Yeah,
mention
that's probably.
this
What
Reddit
were you
user
saying?
deleted deleted themselves off of Reddit. So
Dude, that was probably an angry Bulls fan after we spent so many years trying to make DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Vucevic work to where he was just frustrated because a lot of Bulls fans at that time, including myself, just wanted Zach LaVine out of Chicago, and he was playing kind of bad towards the end of it, and I just wanted something in return, and I'm not happy exactly what we got for him because his value just tanked. But I definitely don't think he's empty stats like that.
Oh, wow. Is Jordan Poole more empty stats or less empty stats than Zach
Zach
LaVine?
Levine,
Yeah.
Jordan Poole would actually contributed to that chip.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those Wizards
I'm just
years.
saying like when I think about that, I would assume honestly probably Zach Levine is the more empty stat player.
He's so efficient, though. That's the thing. Is like, why is
He
he
is
so
pretty
efficient?
efficient.
Why
And
is he
I feel
shooting
like you can't-
51 and 45? Like, bro.
I feel like you can only say a player puts up empty stats if they're like an all-star. Or like we're like the best player on their team. I guess you can't say that for Jordan Poole because he was on the Wizards. But like saying like, I don't know, Stephon Castle in his rookie year put up empty stats. It's like, the dude's not an all-star. Or like, you understand what I'm saying. So I feel like it has to be someone that like has been an all-star.
To flip that on its head, I know you switched it to has been an all-star, so it might be a little different now. But I think LaMelo Ball didn't make the all-star team precisely because he was putting up empty stats. Like, that's the reason why he didn't make it. Otherwise, he would have.
Yeah. And the Bulls were that second seed the last time Zach LaVine was a all-star, I believe. He might have got it the year after. Regardless, the team had some type of success, whether it was half the season.
I kind of don't think this is that hot of a take. Like, yeah, it's a hot take, but maybe it's because I agree with it. I don't know if he is the worst empty stats guy, because like I said, we got guys like LaMelo and Poole, and I'm sure there's others that we're just glossing over. But, I mean, the dude just doesn't – he's not on winning teams. I mean, you could throw DeRozan right there with him, especially the guy who's going to end up top 20 on the scoring list. That guy's probably – putting up empty stats for a majority of his later years as well. So I guess the real question here is he more empty stats than DeMar DeRozan? I mean, they're both the same exact situation. They both don't contribute to winning.
I'll probably say no because DeMar DeRozan has been like right there in his career. He just unfortunately was born in the same era as LeBron James, which kind of sucks. So it's like, yeah, this guy was really good for a long time. He led his team to 1 seed, 2 seed when he was in the Eastern Conference numerous times. Did his thing in Chicago, but just nothing came about. Zach LaVine has never even had the chance to even sniff the conference finals, even the second round.
Yeah. I think I agree with that. Not fully, because he's not the worst, but he's definitely top 5. I could see a top 5 case for him.
Top 5 maybe. I think a little bit empty stats, but I think worst is a little bit of a stretch.
It's hard to say that when he's efficient. That's the thing that's holding me back. He's like, yeah, they're like empty stats, but he's putting them up extremely efficiently. So like they could contribute to winning on a winning team. So it's like how much of it is, hey, my team sucks? How much weight do we put on, well, he's efficient on a bad team versus, well, he's putting up a bunch of stats and not winning. And it's kind of two ditches there. So I think he's top 5. I can definitely get on the side of the river with that take, I think.
I know
Who's
Kevin
next?
and Victor didn't necessarily agree, but yeah, let's move on.
I already said my take.
Oh, I thought you meant you gave your hot take already, but I guess since I'm talking, I'll just give mine. So I got mine from I'll give mine from Reddit. It's his name is Guilherme Moreno. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that name, but he said Buzelis will be better than Flag. He said, I think Flag will be a great NBA player, but I see him more of a premium role player that can defend multiple positions, facilitate, and score a little bit than a main offensive option. Something like Holmgren today with a different profile. I'm talking about their role. That was in quotations, that part. Then he said, I'm very high on Buzelis, and I think he can average 25 points per game, all while having the length and the physical tools to be a plus defender. I think Buzelis is the best player out of the 2024 draft, while I don't think Flag will be the best out of the 2025 one.
He kind of kept going with that one. I'll say that. I thought it was going to cut off just after the first sentence that Victor said. First off, I hope he's right. That would be sick. Second off, what if both of them suck?
That
One
would
of them
suck.
already does. What? Who said that? Who said that?
If he was on the Celtics, you'd be fighting us, telling us that he's an all-star.
You're right. I feel like this was the worst take for me to have because I'm just a biased Buzelis hater. So I'm gonna skip for now and let you guys get your takes off first.
He can be an incredibly solid player. I think before he had that injury, when he was in the G League, like this dude was like projected to be a top 3 pick. I think maybe even number 1 in a lot of people's mocks. So that injury did suck that he had it. Luckily, he's still super, super young, and it looks like he's still growing into his limbs. He has a little bit of a case of the Ron Holland. I'm not going to get back into that like I did last week. I've said my piece. But, like this kid has nothing but time. Obviously, I want it to shake out. He does have a lot of the tools. Lanky, he can shoot. He can fly. Incredibly underrated bounce. He had a lot of good games last year where he looked really promising. He just needs to continue to get better and just not get hurt. And I think he can be a really solid player. As far as being better than Cooper Flag, I'm pretty big on Cooper Flag. I think he's going to have a pretty solid impact as soon as he gets to the league. Unfortunately, I don't think he will be better than him or have a better career than him.
25 points per game.
That's where I was like, bro, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points, bro.
But so many people do that now. And like the way that the league's progressing, like it's kind of not that crazy if you think about it.
Yeah, but you have
just so many
Kobe
people
White on
average
your
it.
team.
For now.
But
True.
I think
True.
it was the buildup. It was the start of the sentence being, hey, guys, Buzelis is going to be better than Cooper Flag. And he's dropping 25 at least every night. I mean, bold prediction. Did this guy know that Cooper Flag was going to go to the Mavericks when he made this comment?
Dude, I think the craziest thing that he said was that he thought Flag was going to be a premium role player.
Just like a very good role player. Dude, Cooper Flag, a lot of people are calling him generational. They're saying he's the best number 1 draft prospect we've seen since Wemby. Before him, it's also been a while, I guess. But,
Zion.
like, I don't know. People are pretty big on Cooper Flag.
Yeah, I think he's going to be legit, but just to say that he's going to be better than Buzelis, I would love to see that as a Bulls fan, but it's very, very unlikely just because this kid has been hyped up since high school. He killed it at Duke. He just got drafted in a great position where he's going to be able to add value to the team and be able to contribute to that team, and they have a good chance at having a solid roster, making a deep playoff run if everything goes right and they all stay healthy. I just don't see I don't see Buzelis being that right now.
I think Buzelis would be that if he didn't play for G League Ignite and missed the playoffs on a team made for draft prospects. That probably didn't help very much in his development. But yeah, 25 points per game is what caught me. That's crazy. To me, it's like, I don't really care how much anyone is scoring. 25. And maybe if he's like,
Wemby.
I mean, that's crazy. It's possible, but near future, I don't know if it was based in like the near future or not, but definitely not near future. But yeah, I mean, I just wholeheartedly disagree. It's hard to like fully like disagree and make an argument because we haven't seen Flag play yet. I am in the boat that I'm not 100% convinced Flag can be the main guy on a team, but I think we're definitely safe in saying he's going to be more than a role player on a good team. Like, I think that we're pretty safe in saying that. And of course, if something happens, I mean, could you really blame us? Could you blame us if something happened and we said he's going to be good? I mean, I don't know. Buzelis has a lot of potential, and he'll be a good player, but I don't know if he's going to be the 25 point per game. I mean, that would put him in all-star territory as long as the team is like top 10 seed, which for the Bulls you never know. But
That's the idea.
yeah, I think Buzelis will be good, but not that good. That's my final verdict on that. That's a crazy take.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Going to give yours next.
All right. Mine comes from Bleacher Report, and it's one that is hot, but I can't see happening. So I think this is a perfect balance here. And it's Giannis requests an in-season trade by the deadline this season. The Milwaukee Bucks are too short on supporting talent and too stripped of tradable assets to fill out the rest of the roster in a way that makes championship contention realistic. It's easy to stay optimistic about Milwaukee's place in the East right now, but things will change once the games actually start. Though Antetokounmpo has typically applied pressure to the Bucks in the offseason, which he did again this year by leaving his future plans undefined, he's going to see the writing on the wall during the campaign and conclude there's only one correct reaction. Had Antetokounmpo requested a trade 2 off-seasons ago when it was already becoming clear the Bucks were through as contenders, just imagine how much better positioned the organization would be today. Credit him for holding out hope, but also be ready for fans to criticize him for holding the organization hostage until the worst possible time. Giannis is gone. That's the take. What do you think? 1 to 10, how realistic is it? We have him at 11 in the East this upcoming season for our predictions. Check that video out if you haven't.
7 or 8. 7. 7 for me, I'm going to say.
I'll probably give it a 6 because it's like, does he request one, or do I more so see them just trading him away for like how the season is looking at the midway point? I think if it happens, it's going to happen at the deadline. And I feel like that decision is going to be based solely off of where that team is at in that current moment of time. I would absolutely love to see what that trade would look like and see where he's going to go and what is going to be given up, because it's not completely out the question now. We've seen Luka get traded. We've seen crazy trades happen all the time. So is it possible? 100% it's possible. I'd probably give it like a 6 or 7 on the list. Do I think it's going to happen? Man, I'll probably say check in with me in beginning of February. But for now, I'd probably say no.
I would love to see Giannis move from Milwaukee just because I don't think the roster that they have is necessarily built for him. But if I had to give it out of 10, I would probably say 4 just because of how much you could get for Giannis. And I don't know if there's going to be that many teams willing to sacrifice literally their whole future. And then you factor in like all the CBA rules and just trying to make a deal to match his salary and get it perfect for some team to agree to that. Just seems like a headache, and it also seems like a lot of sacrifices for just one player. So I don't know how realistic it is. I feel like maybe once his contract is up, he'll go elsewhere, but I don't know about an in-season trade.
There is one team and one team only that I think would pull this off. Does anybody know what team I'm thinking of?
I do not.
Is it the
Warriors?
I was thinking, is it the Spurs?
Yeah, that's the obvious one, but
The Thunder.
it has to be. Oh, is that it?
No, that wasn't it.
Okay, I was gonna say it has to be a team that has like some outlook, but not a lot. Like
But also a lot of
Sacramento's a good example.
You think Giannis would go to Sacramento?
No, but he can't. He's obviously not going somewhere with that
Listen,
makes
The
sense.
Knicks.
Listen, there's a team that has stripped down the entire roster and has one current asset to trade with a top 3 largest contract in the NBA right now. Fellas, if Giannis Antetokounmpo requests a trade, that man will be a Boston Celtic. I am telling you, Brad Stevens will trade Jaylen Brown and whatever else it takes for Giannis. And he will rebuild the roster. You have Tatum and Giannis on the same team. He will build whatever it takes around them. I'm telling you, it's the perfect situation. Trade for Giannis. It's like KD going to the Nets that first season when he's hurt still, right? Giannis isn't hurt, but they don't have the greatest roster, and they come back next season with an incredible roster. I'm telling you.
I want to say I do like this a lot, and the reason why is because when you were talking, I was thinking about how Giannis is going into this season. He gives, or not even into the season, but just in general, Giannis gives me the impression that he would leave a team mid-season, and specifically the Bucks. Even though he's done so much for them, it's almost like I've done enough. I've done enough and then some. So basically, it's completely like I almost see this as the Bucks organization being like, yeah, we're trying, but like if you want to leave, like you can leave. Like we'll try something else now. You brought us our championship. So I feel like he's really in a good position where he can leave, and I don't think fans would hate him. I don't think the Bucks organization would be that broken up because they'd get something of value for him. But what I really like about that is it would, in my opinion, be in his best interest not to play a full season, because when I think about players like, for example, Giannis going to a new team, starting on a new team fresh, the expectation is that you're going to hit the ground running and win, like try to win a championship. Maybe not to where he goes, but that's at least my assumption on it. So if he is able to like go to a team mid-season and kind of develop that half season the way that, like, let's say Jimmy Butler did with the Warriors, and then go into the next season being fully prepared, that to me is a really good situation for him. And then when you add in what Miles said about the Celtics and how Tatum is hurt right now, that makes it seem a lot more realistic and a lot more possible to me.
I completely forgot that Miles. I think this was in like last season when Miles brought those trades that we were going over, and he said all it would take is Jaylen Brown and I think a 2027 first, right? Was it
Yeah, to match the contracts. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that until you just mentioned the Celtics. So that's a very good possibility of what could happen, because Brad Stevens is one of those GMs that while everybody else is playing checkers, he's playing chess. And we did just see them strip out their whole roster. That could very well be a possibility, and it would be quite scary for the rest of the league if the Celtics get Giannis and Tatum.
Knowing Brad,
Yeah, I mean,
he might even just trade Anthony Simons for Giannis or something, and we just get to keep Jaylen Brown. Knowing how Brad's been doing trades lately, that's a possibility.
so they won't need a center then if they get Giannis.
True.
You just ditch that thought.
Yeah, we might still need Charles Bassey though on the roster, just in case.
Gotta have somebody back there. But yeah, I mean, in short, that would be absolutely crazy if that happened.
All right, let's hear the take, Kev.
All right, final hot take of the night. This comes from NBA Talk on Reddit, titled "Give me your hottest NBA takes. The hotter, the better." The one I decided to pick says, Dwayne Wade actually had a better career than Kobe, as his top 3 seasons, 06, 09, 2010, were all on another level from Kobe's best. Kobe was good for longer, but he really only had probably 4 seasons where he was a top 5 player, and his whole meaningful career was 13 seasons long if you don't count the year he got injured, and missed the playoffs in 2013. Did the Flash have a better career than the Black Mamba?
No.
He was
No, he
saying
didn't.
top 3
It's not even
seasons,
close.
06, 09, 2010, all on another level from Kobe's best. Saying all those 3 seasons were better than Kobe's best season.
I don't think it's an immediate yet. I don't think it's as easy as you guys said it. I mean, it should be, and I almost want to plead the fifth so I don't have to answer this, but it's a good hot take. Was the Flash better?
One thing, one stat that I really want to look into, that I want to inform myself, is he said he only had probably 4 seasons where he was a top 5 player in the league. In his 20 years in the NBA, only probably 4 of them was he a top 5 player in the league.
There's just no way.
Like, I don't understand. Kobe averaged 30 points in 2002 and 35 in 2005 and 32 in 2006. Like,
Keep going.
all of these seasons are better than Dwayne. Like, I don't understand why it was on such a different level. Kobe's been on 12 all-defensive teams. Like, in what world? I don't understand. Can someone pull up Dwayne Wade's best season for me? I mean, what do you say? 07, 09, and 2010? And I'll just give you Kobe's best season.
Yeah, it was.
And we can just compare.
It was 06.
So, Kobe in
Or
2006.
are you sure it was 08?
It was 06. 06, 09, and 2010 for D-Wade.
Okay, so Kobe's best season, which when did he win MVP? Was that 2007? He won MVP?
2008.
2008. I don't even think that was his best season. I think it was 2005 was his best season. That might have been one of the ones Steve Nash stole, but I have no idea. 35 points, 2 steals, 5 assists, 5 rebounds.
Say in 09, D-Wade averaged 30 points, 2 steals, 1 block, 7.5 assists, and 5 boards in 09.
Okay. So pretty comparable.
How many seasons did Dwayne Wade play total?
A lot.
He played 16.
So 4 less than Kobe. And he led the team to a chip in his 3rd season in the league, averaging 27 points, nearly 7 assists, and nearly 6 boards.
Well, Kobe led him twice.
With 2 steals and a block. What?
Kobe led him twice to chips. The only reason Wade won that chip is because Shaq left and joined him.
Hey.
I'm sorry. The
That-
only reason
that's the-
Dwayne Wade won was because Shaq joined him instead of Kobe.
Damn, man, I don't know.
Wait, so hold
I
on.
don't think D-Wade had a better career than Kobe. But I think it's slightly more of a conversation than people think.
Hold on. So wait, he said Kobe was only top 5 NBA player for 4 seasons of his career.
Yes.
There's just no way.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Well, what's your evidence, man? You can't just say there's no way without looking at the years.
Because
And looking
think
at
of
top
all
5
those
players
years
that you-
from I'd say probably from 06 to maybe, hold on, let me look. I gotta look at the years because I don't remember.
I don't know.
Or
I don't
maybe
think Kobe.
even going back further from 2000 to 2013, dude, you could say Kobe was a top 5 player.
I'm asking
that might be-
ChatGPT top 10
that might be
NBA
pushing
players
it.
year by year.
2013 might be pushing it. I'd
So-
say after 2010 he might have fallen out.
Just because I think so. I what I did is I queried ChatGPT and asked it top 10 NBA players year by year, 2006 to 2016. This is what it gave me. 2006, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Shaquille O'Neal, Dirk Nowitzki, yada, yada, yada. Both Dwayne Wade and Kobe Bryant are in this listing. And it looks like in 2006, Kobe Bryant is number one.
Happy birthday.
What? Is it?
Happy birthday.
I didn't know. I couldn't see because
What the heck?
Okay. Anyway, looking through these, I'll just kind of save us some time. So 2007, Kobe's in the top like 3 behind Steve Nash and Dirk Nowitzki. 2008, he's number 1 again. 2009, he's 2. 2010, looks like he falls to 3 behind Dwayne Wade. And then he's still in all of these in like top 3 or 4 of top 10. So
I mean, that's ChatGPT. My opinion is that's not true. Kobe's top 5 for much more seasons than just 4 seasons. We know he was the best player in the league for 3 of them. We know that. Because we know it was his MVP season and both of Steve Nash's MVP seasons. He was the best player in the league. So that's 3 right there. And I know he has more.
Yeah. So it's definitely a fun take to discuss.
What were the replies on that?
I will look at that later because I was very curious.
All right,
Probably
fans. Unfortunately, you will not get to know what the replies were. This will be an
Probably people saying very heinous things to whoever said that.
Yeah, those Kobe fans are different, man. They really are.
They are.
All right. Well, I started off this pod saying this was going to be a short episode, and I feel like we've gone pretty long here.
Decently. About the same amount of time that we always do.
Really? Why does it seem so much longer? All right. Well, anyway, GMLB family, we thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Good Morning Let's Basketball. We continue to grind through Season 4. If you like what you saw, make sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 5K by the end of the year. Check out our bingo card. Check out our East and West rankings. We got a lot of stuff we've been doing. We got a lot of graphics we've been posting. Go interact with those and see what we were up to. Go check out our draft from a couple episodes ago. That was a pretty good one, too. If you want to watch the full podcast, make sure to tune in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. And if you want to tune into our interactive stuff or our short-form content, we are on Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as well. So, GMLB family, with that being said, we're going to get out of here. Hope you liked the episode, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.